Alrighty, I don't know. Let's see how, hopefully this is located okay for the camera, because now I'm down cellar. I was doing the video lessons upstairs, and now I'm down in the basement because the wife's listening to some Intel. And so I'm going to do a lesson on E major. Now just remember, whatever I'm doing in this, in E major, you can move that for any key. F, G, A, G sharp, whatever. You move all the same blocks. So I'm going to go up the scale and share. So, you know what I'll do first? All right, no, I'll just run up the scales, E major. This one repeats the open one. So I learned those scales years, 10, 12 years ago. I spent time on them to get them really under my belt. I kind of knew some of this stuff prior to that, but I never really dug into them to create my own material. That's why I started digging in 2012 for a few years, and is because I ended up writing material and doing a couple CDs, all original stuff. The second CD was store-bought tracks, but because I learned all these scales and can move them to any key, I could play to the tracks, and I created songs for them. But here's one out of E major. I'm going to touch this on E major that I wrote, created. I played the bass over this rhythm thing, and then I created a melody over that, and I called it Jen's Song. I have one daughter, 6 kids, all grown up, 11 grandkids, 2 great-grandkids. Jen's the only daughter. So I was thinking about her one day, and I got this. Just repeated itself. So I did this run 4 times, and the melody, then I created a melody. I won't do the whole thing, but the basic start of it was. And it went on with that, and so on and so on. But all this creativity, and it's a really beautiful song, and it builds up. The drums come in bigger, then I kick to overdrive and do some things, like that kind of thing. So this is all about learning your scales to help you bring about higher levels of creativity. So it's never about, for me, it's never about learning, playing other people's stuff, though that's wonderful. And then here's one I just came up with out of E major a couple weeks ago. And this is an E major 7 chord. And I just goof around like what I used to do when I practiced was in some days I would play out of G minor, which is B flat major. And I'd go up and down all them scale blocks and pentatonics of that key. And I would just toy with that. Then I'd start toying with chord inversions, dyads, and all these different things, staying in that one key and kind of what I call milking a key. So I was doing that again with this key of E the other day, and just a basic thing. Keep doing that, and I wrote lyrics for the whole thing, and then it'll go into a chain. It a lot. I really like that, and I like the lyrics that I wrote for it too. And but I also, you know, again, toying, taking a key and goofing around with it. You know, I also was doing some dark stuff out of the key of E. Totally nothing like those two things I just did. Basically kind of pretty, easy listening, straight out of that E flavor, you know. But then I'd also, you know, I just screw around, and I don't have anything decided on one of them. I have one that's very similar to that clean one on overdrive, but there's all kinds of other stuff. Why does this not sound, I want it real nasty. That little amp I got upstairs has more of the nasty in it. I'll kick the gain up halfway. I like the sound of my little micro cube better. Oh, I was screwing around with another thing. What was I doing? I've been more on that clean one because I focused on making a finished product out of it. Toy around more with that and milk something else out of the E. And you know, and there's some days when I'll do something in a whole nother key, but I say a good thing for practicing for those of you who want to expand your creativity is learn them scales. So, you know, then there's all that kind of. So here's the scale. So each block of the E major, and again, this can apply in A major, B, whatever, any key, G, whatever. And, you know, but you can, I toy around in each block, just playing the flavor of that block. Whoops. sorry. Things. And then when I start in the A block of E major, that's A Lydian. You got Ionian, that's your Do Re Mi. Then Dorian's the second block from that same Do Re Mi. And then the third block is Phrygian if you go note to note. So I sit now, sometimes I'll just goop with that flavor. You know, and I'll just do all kinds of different combinations. Same thing with this one. That's A Lydian. And you know, so it's, if I find all the places of that flavor, check out, well, what each thing sounds like. Now there's something that'll click with me and I'll go, oh, that's got feel, you know, I look for what it feels like. It sounds and feels like. Toy with that flavor, you know, everywhere on the fretboard. You know, and I'll goof around looking for things, staying in those blocks, you know, those scale blocks, but looking for flavor and what they sound like and how they make me feel. Say I want to focus, staying with this. This is all E major stuff, but other things you can find in them. Say. You know, whatever. You know, that's a. I look for all these different combinations and I just listen to what they sound like. So this is the C sharp minor position. But I don't have to play C sharp minor just because I'm playing on a C sharp minor block. What am I doing? If I want to focus on C sharp minor, then you know, I'll stay with a flavor and screw around in all the blocks with that flavor, that one flavor. kind of thing. And that's, whenever I pick up the guitar to goof around on it, I'm not practicing like for any kind of scale speeds or anything. I'm going into them blocks looking for shit that sounds cool, like what I just played. This has been my favorite lately. So anyways, there you go. Just a little hint out there on how to find a lot of creativity. I find that learning them scale blocks, and I have them down so well that I can go to any key and listen to what, and I'm always just looking for what something sounds like and how it makes me feel. I'm not trying to learn anybody else's stuff. Just want to find what's in those basic scales. You know, and toy with them. On a different day it might be hard rock style out of there, totally dark flavor, and then on another day it might be that straightforward, pretty kind of stuff, you know. But that's the thing for creativity for me. Have a good day.